Chineke na nke pụrụ m ihe niile. Onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-azọpụta. Onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ okwu ya niile bụ ihe na amen. Anyị wee na-asị ezi ebube dị ngọzi na n'ụtụtụ na-eja mma na nsọpụrụ site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi. Ise, ise, ise.
I want to play this video for you. Listen carefully to what this British man is saying on this video. This is how they have reduced people in that country, mainly the politicians. Politicians have accepted their fate, eating from the crumb of the master, and they want to turn all of us to slaves. Watch.
Look at them. Just look at them. They'll gobble anything you give them. Eating and pleasuring, that's what they want. And they want to survive. They survive everything. Whippings, syphilis, cholera, the heat, the cold. Their strength is their adaptability. Come heaven or hell, they'll fill their bellies and spew out dozens of pups. Now let me tell you something. I take my stand in favor of compulsory castration. Not out of meanness, you understand. But if we don't cut a few thousand of these black balls now, then in 100, 200 years...
This is exactly what they have done to us. This is exactly what British have done to us, and they're still doing. They are still feeding some people in this like animals. All the politicians you see in that country called Nigeria, mainly the Janjaweed, they are still being fed in this form, being feeding people like animals, and they accepted their fate. This is what we do not want anymore in our life in Biafra land. Biafrans do not want to be part of this idiocy anymore. We don't want to be part of this slavery anymore. We want to free ourselves. We want to go our separate ways and manage our own life, manage our own system. Is it too much to ask? What we are asking for is referendum. We are not asking for war, and referendum is not war. Asking for referendum is not asking for war. Referendum is the legitimate right of every living being in the planet Earth. You have the right to demand for a referendum. It's a legitimate call. International law supports it. African Charter law supports it. Even that Janjaweed law, the Nigerian contraption, the zoological law supports it. But yet, because of that same thing that we're asking, that is why they went to all the way from Kenya, kidnap Asorock and Kanu, sent him to Nigeria through extraordinary rendition, and today he is facing torture. They are torturing him. As you're watching this video, he's still undergoing torture. And some of us think it's a joke. Some of us are busy gossiping. Some of us are busy talking down on people who are speaking the truth. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu build a foundation based on truth and consistency. And the only thing that makes you the follower of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is truth and consistency. I am following the truth. I am following the consistency. That's what I'm following. I'm not following anybody. If you are truthful and consistent, I will continue to follow you. And anybody that is doing something to free Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, as long as you are doing something to free Mazen, it doesn't matter what it is. I don't care what it is. Anything you are doing, as long as you are doing it for Mazen Nnamdi to be free, I support you 101%. You might be my enemy. It doesn't matter who you be. I must not like you for you and I to fight for our freedom. You must not like me to join and fight for your own freedom. You know you cannot do it alone. I cannot do it alone. It is a collective fight. This is a collective interest of every single soul living in that country called Nigeria. This is our collective interest is to have our freedom. Mainly in southern part of Nigeria. Every southerner needs the freedom. You know, for a very long time, they have been preaching the message of domineering, that the Biafran people want to dominate you. Igbo Biafran want to dominate you. Today, you have known those who are willing to dominate. They want to take away your land by force. They are not hiding it. They want to take away your land by force, by all means possible. Formerly, it was just as if maybe it's a propaganda. Today, they are coming out openly. They want to take away your land by force. And they are killing you without remorse. Without remorse, they do anything they want to do. You have seen those who are the real people who want to dominate every other time. But they cannot succeed. As long as Chukwu Okike Abiama lives, no inch of Biafra land will be lost to these idiots. No inch of Biafra land will be lost to these very animals. As long as Biafra exists, as long as Chukwu Okike Abiama continues to exist, as long as there is Chukwu Okike Abiama, we will never lose our land to them. Let them continue to try. But we have to stand up. Enough of betrayal. Enough of backbiting. A love of blackmail. If you want to blackmail, go ahead and blackmail the Janjaweed. Blackmail the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. Why are you blackmailing your brother? Why are you blackmailing yourself? Each time you tell a lie against your brother, you are actually telling a lie against yourself. Each time you open your mouth and begin to make a propaganda against your brother, trying to make your brother an aggressor, instead of focusing to the real enemy, focusing to the Janjaweed, who is the real enemy. Instead of you focusing on the Janjaweed, you are focusing on your own brother, whom you are him, whom you know that we are fighting for the same cause. Your own brother, who you know that both of us are fighting for freedom. That thing he's fighting for is what they're fighting for. Instead of you now joining hands with him to fight, you are busy demonizing him. You are busy calling him names, all manner of blackmail. You are busy even trying to blackmail him to make him the aggressor. You go to the extent of saying that he is the one sponsoring the killings in Biafra land. Even when you know that it's a lie. Even when you know that it's a pure lie. Because even in their conventional media, they have confirmed it that they are the ones killing. They confirmed it. In their own conventional media, the atrocity of Ebubago is no longer hiding. A senator come to confess what Ebubago have been doing, how they have been killing innocent people. A senator, he came out to tell the world what is happening, how Ebubago have decided to be killing innocent people. This is a confession that is before everybody's eye. We saw it. In the Senate, somebody came and spoke about it. But yet, you saw all this thing. Instead of you to maintain your stance and continue to speak the truth, you are demonizing your brother. It is not going to do you any well. It's not going to do you any good. Demonizing your own brother and blackmailing your brother will not do you any good. It will not do you any good. Each time you blackmail your brother, you are blackmailing yourself and you are killing yourself. That is exactly what you are doing. Believe it, take it or leave it. That is what you are doing. Each time you demonize your brother, each time you call your brother a name, each time you try to frame up your brother, you are framing up yourself. As we come online on daily basis to defend IPOB, to defend our Sula Mazen Nandekano, and you are busy trying to tarnish the image of Mazen Nandekano, don't you know that as long as we start, anybody that is calling on Biafra, go and check. Everybody is mentioning the name of Mazen Nandekano, even those who are doing something wrong. Even those who you know that they are not sincerely fighting for Mazen Nandekano, they are using his name. They're using his name. That's why you must have to be careful the way you blackmail. That's why you must not even ever blackmail any Biafran. You must not blackmail any Biafran. You must not do that. No matter how you hate me or like me, we have a common interest fighting for our freedom. But it's obvious that some people don't want that freedom. Some people still enjoying the evil in that contraption called Nigeria. Some people are still enjoying that environment because it pays their bill. Some people are still enjoying the spirit of the blood of the innocent because that is how they find their own joy. That is how money goes into their account. If you are not an evil person, why would you blackmail your own brother? If you're not evil, it is high time we focus on it, because the Janjaweed are not going to do anything good for us. The contraption called Nigeria was not established to favor anybody. It was not established to favor any indigenous tribe. It was not established to favor any, more especially people in the southern part of the. It was never ever. This is a company, British company, established to favor the British. And for a very long time, this evil will continue until Nigeria is broken into pieces. If you don't break it up, it will continue. Even those whom you call your founding father, those who you call leaders, those who you think you will look upon, those who you see they are telling you to go and vote today, they know that Nigeria will never work. They know that Nigeria will never come. They know they have failed and Nigeria will never work. They know that the only solution to Nigeria is a breakup, but they will never support it because it is only in that contraption called Nigeria that they are relevant. Because the contraption called Nigeria makes them relevant, they will always continue to support evil. Because the evil makes them relevant. It makes them relevant. Some of them feel that if they go to Ududua, they will not be relevant. Some feel if the Biafra comes, they will not be relevant. Money will not be free to them. They will not own oil well anymore. But that is the mindset of a typical black man thinking about their own self, themselves alone. They will accumulate wealth, even wealth they cannot be able to consume. They will accumulate for themselves. Recently, the Obasanjo has started confessing Obasanjo has started confessing that his regime was his group, they were the people that failed Nigeria and destroyed and made it what it is. He has started confessing. But that same Obasanjo will come and tell you to go and vote. That same Obasanjo will tell you that he wants a Nigeria where there be just. Where will you find a Nigeria of justice and equity? There will not be such until the world ends. There will never be any Nigeria of equity and justice until the world ends, because they have already institutionalized injustice in Nigeria. Their constitution supports injustice. A constitution that supports the quota system, a system that makes an illiterate and educated person, a system that makes an illiterate who did not go to school to own a position. How can any human being support us? How can you be hoping for something better in such kind of a system? A system that is making sure that everybody is enslaved. How can you be part of such system? It cannot favor anybody. It can never favor anybody. That is why we are calling for the breakup of that contraption. And everything we are preaching is the truth and nothing but the truth. Today, Obasanjo have joined in the confession. Watch the confession of Obasanjo. Maybe you begin to understand better.
Right level. Now, you see, you, Obina, you have everything going for you. And I don't want you to feel discouraged. Please, things are bad in Nigeria, but I believe it's only for a short time, because it depends on you. Whatever my generation might have done wrong, and I will be the first to admit that my generation has done a lot wrong, it's for your generation to do it better. And don't just sit down and complain. Don't just sit down and complain. Sitting down and complain is like the anger of the cripple. You're on the same time, you will be on the same ground, on the same level, but you have to be proactive. And you have to make sure you get enough of what I call critical mass of people, like-minded people, who will be ready to say, yes, we can bring about a change. And you can bring about a change if you get the critical mass of people that are ready to slug it out. I always say, when people say, hey, well, when will this old hag go out of the way politically? They won't go out of the way. You have to make them go out of the way. They won't voluntarily go out of the way. You have to make it uncomfortable for them. I'm not talking of violence, but bringing pressure to bear to make it uncomfortable for them. They will go out of the way.
That is it. They are beginning to confess. They know the truth, but they will never pursue it. This is the same man that told you he will never support Oduduwa. And he mean it. He can never support Oduduwa because it is only the Zoological Republic that makes him relevant. The Zoological Republic have made him a world-class person. Because the colonial master will always support AFO. They will never support something that will favor you. They will always support their own interest. You see him confessing. His own generation have failed. They failed woefully. They were the people that brought the calamity that we're facing today. It is his generation that killed 5 million Biafrans. They are the people that destroyed what we are seeing today, that brought us where we are. But they will not allow us to go. Even when they know that the only alternative, the only solution is for everybody to go their separate ways. That is the only alternative. Today you see idiots talking about 2023. And the most painful thing that, including people who claim to be followers of Mazen Nanekano, some people who claim to be followers of Mazen Nanekano, they are still talking about 2023. They are hoping on 2023, joining with politicians. You see them constant, when we say no election, you see them, they go and tell you to go and vote. People who claim to be followers of Mazen Nanekano. That is how you know people who are the true followers of Mazen Nanekano, and those who are not his followers. Recently, you see many of them are confessing. Many of them are confessing. Why are they fighting against somebody who is fighting a genuine cause? Out of jealousy. Simply because of jealousy, you are fighting against your own brother. Even when you know that your brother has something to add. Even when you know that your brother has a talent, he has a quality, he has something to add to the struggle, out of your jealousy, out of your envy, you are fighting against your brother. Even when you know that whatever your brother is doing is going to affect your own, it's going to make that freedom come. Your brother is trying everything possible to add his or her own quota to make freedom come, that everyone will have equal right and have freedom. Instead of you to support and empower him, out of envy and jealousy, you want it to be you. Today, our Sudamazin Nanekano is in captivity. Our Sudamazin Nanekano is in captivity. We are calling for massive civil disobedience to free him. Some people are busy promoting themselves. Some people are busy promoting a group. Some people are busy promoting organization. Some people are busy promoting themselves, getting rank for themselves. That is how envious and how wicked people can be. Mazin Nandekano, a man that have sacrificed everything sacrificable to make sure that you have your freedom. He is in captivity today. He is facing torture every day. Facing torture. Even as you're watching the video, he is being tortured. When people call for sit at home so that the world will hear his voice, sit at home so that the world will know that he has a support, you will say no. You will go to the extent of even being an informant to people who are sitting at home to go and demonize them, to arrest them. May God have mercy on you. May Chukwuka have mercy on you. And I pity those Biafrans who say they don't know where to go. They don't know whom to follow. They don't know which one to believe. They don't know who to. Why won't you know the one to follow? Mazin Nandekano laid a foundation. And the foundation he laid, the standard Mazin Nandekano gave us, the standard Mazin Nandekano gave us to know the truth people is people who are truthful and consistent. Consistency is the key. Mazin Nandekano said it in so many of his broadcasts. Truthfulness, be truthful. And say, Mazin Nandekano said, any place the truth leads you to, follow it. It doesn't matter. The truth can make you to lose your friend. It can make you to lose your parents. It can make you to disobey your parents, disobey your partner, disobey your leader. As long as you know you are standing on the truth, continue to follow that truth. Continue to follow the truth. That is what I'm following. That is the message of Mazin Nandekano. And for those of them who are today preaching election, those of them who are still hoping on the election, both Biafran and Biafran, those who are not Biafran, mainly those ones who are members of IPOB, who are still dining with the politicians, who are sitting on the same place, eating with the politicians, I want you to watch this video. Watch this video and hear directly from Mazin Nandekano what he had to say about these politicians. Hear directly from Mazin Nandekano. Maybe you will have a change of heart.
The same way they used Okadibo to rubbish Zeke. I remember Okadibo in MPN calling Zeke a mosquito, or the rant of a mosquito, or whatever. The same people killed Chuba Okadibo. A very brilliant mind, once again. More recently, they now use the same criminals, now clamoring for Igbo presidency. You see them not, Igbo presidency, Igbo presidency. You think they have something upstairs. They have nothing upstairs. All of them. Omahi wants Igbo. Omahi, yes. You want Igbo presidency? Oh, Ocho Sokalo, you want Igbo presidency? Oh, maybe even Nwobodo, you want Igbo presidency? Yes. Now let me ask you a question. When Ekwueme came out to contest in 1999 Igbo presidency, what did you do in Jos, Ojo Sokalo? You betrayed Ekwueme. You voted for Obasanjo. Jos PDP convention in 1999. So that time, Igbo presidency wasn't good, or wasn't good enough. It's now that you want it, yes? And now let us go to Dave Umahi. Your own brother Peter Obi who contested with Atiku under your own political party. You were in PDP, but you delivered Ebonyi State to APC against your own brother. Now you want to contest because you felt that should Peter Obi go and succeed and become VP to Atiku, after 8 years or thereabout, or after 4 years, Peter Obi will naturally succeed and become the president of the zoo, thereby spoiling your own chances. What did you do? What did you do, I ask? You campaigned against your own brother, against your own fellow Igbo brother. Now you're talking about Igbo presidency. I just want to prove to the world that these people are just criminals, a gang of thieves, all of them. Okay, Zakalo, after campaigning against Ekwueme, all of them, do you know that the entire PDP caucus from the East never voted for Ekwueme? So they were asking themselves, how come your own brothers don't want to vote for you? Or Joseph Carlo was there. Some people are championing, he should be the president. But Ekwueme served Shagari very well. Never stole a dime. In fact, bankrolled MPN. He was a multimillionaire and is very successful architect in the USA before he came back. Very wealthy man. Ekwueme. Ojo Zokalo, did you vote for Ekwueme in 1999 now that you're campaigning for Igbo presidency. Was Ekweme running for Igbo presidency? Therefore, Igbo presidency is our turn. When your brother Peter Obi was campaigning, did you campaign for him? Did you vote for him? Despite the fact that he is your brother in the same political party. That is why all this your nonsensical Igbo presidency is dead on arrival. When we were doing Biafra, did you support anybody? Instead, you call the army to come and kill us. And now you want us, you want to go to Abuja. You send their force now, they'll bomb everybody to death. They are Igbo presidency, useless set of idiots, traitors and betrayers. Jim Wobodo, in 1999 in Jos, you were speaking Hausa against your own brother. You are speaking Hausa. In Jos in 1999, you campaigned against your brother. Now you are talking about Igbo presidency. Oh, dear me. Igbo presidency, there, useless people. There is something I want to tell all of you. We hope, pray, and know that Biafra will come, or the zoo will be destroyed before 2023. Of course, everybody knows that. It's given. COVID-19 saved them last year. We won't save them again. This year, the vaccine is out. Instead of an Igbo man to be the president, or Yoruba for that matter, let Fulani continue. It is called Mirina Mohuana Manna Yupu. Since you people prefer to be slaves, because if we allow any of you idiots to enter into Asorock, after about 4 or 5 years or 6, Fulani will take it back for eternity. You would have benefited from your own wickedness and evil. So you know what is going to happen? If Fulani are smart enough, they should continue. Everyone saw what happened all over the world. Rigging of election these days is just is given. It is no longer a big deal. As long as you're proclaimed the winner, that's it. If Fulani are very smart, they will continue in office. They will continue in the zoo, in their zoo. Of course, we are living. We're not going to stay there. That is why you don't want to support Biafra. Because of presidency. So you and your friends can now be eating money. You buy your own houses in Dubai. You want to be like Atiku. You want to be like, your wife want to be like, what's her name? Aisha. Flying private jet to Dubai for shopping. Meanwhile, we are dying. We want people to understand this. DSS especially, no matter how many groups, fake groups you create, because every day you create a fake group. Igbo, Ohanese, Igbo in the diaspora, including men and women and children. This
you have heard from our Supreme Mazen Nandekano. You have heard directly from our Supreme Mazen Nandekano. For those of you who are still pretending, you say you don't know where to follow, you don't know where to go. You have heard directly from our Supreme Mazen Nandekano. Mazen Nandekano has nothing to do with the politicians. This is more reason why you must not believe anything that you hear from a politician. You must not believe anything. That is why don't listen anybody that you see claiming to be a follower of Mazen Nandekano, and yet he is dining and supporting political move. Run away from that person. Run away from that person. That person is evil. He is about to kill you. Anybody that you see in that Janjaweed, anybody you see in Biafra land, anybody you see that a member of IPOB, anybody that you see that is called a Biafran, and that person is supporting political move, supporting politicians, run away for your life. Run for your life. These people are selfish and wicked people. You see how our Sultan Mazen described them. You saw how our Sultan Mazen described them. That is exactly how they are. Run for your life before it is too late. And the only way you can know genuine people who are following the footsteps of Mazen are people who are fighting sincerely and consistently, not having anything to do with any politician. That is why we are calling for mass action. The people that are calling for mass action, civil disobedience, sit at home on Sunday and on Monday. Sit at home. Only civil disobedience, mass action is what is going to free us. Free Mazen Nandekano and free all of us from captivity. Nobody is going to give you freedom. Britain will not give you freedom. The Janjaweed will not give you freedom. Nothing on the planet Earth will give you freedom. Only you will take your freedom by yourself. The freedom of Mazen Nandekano and the freedom of Biafran people is in our hand. It's in my hand. It's in your hand. That is why we are calling for massive civil disobedience. I thank Chukwu Okikabiam for every Biafran person. Share this video to all your platforms. Share it to your WhatsApp group. Any place you belong. Like the video and share it so that other people will see it. Even if you cannot preach, if you share, you are playing your own role. It is something you are doing. Sharing the video is something. It is going to encourage our people in Biafra land. It is going to awaken them. As we are praying for them that Chukwu Okikabiam will strengthen them. They are doing a great work. Biafrans in Biafra land are standing shoulder to shoulder with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Not all these people who are liars. Not all the people who are trying to hinder his freedom. Anybody that you see that is folding hand, telling you not to do anything, you wait for political solution, that person is a deceiver. That person is an agent of the Janjaweed. The real Biafrans will tell you to go out there and do something. The Janjaweed have said it. It is what the masses are doing that will determine if Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will be freed or not. Mass action. Mass action. It is not the action of the Janjaweed people. It is the action of Biafran people. How we take Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will determine if we will be freed or not. That is where we have to embark on a massive civil disobedience. We are going to stage 2. Stage 2, economic sanction. Economic sanction to this Janjaweed. Economic sanction. That is where we are heading to. Economic sanction to the Janjaweed. That is where we are heading to. Do not bother yourself. Don't bother yourself about the blackmail, about backstabbers. Do not listen to gossip. Don't listen to gossip. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's word is direct. Even his kidnap, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu know about what happened to him. If you don't know it now. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu knew about the betrayal. The betrayal that you are seeing today in IPOB. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu knew that it's going to come. He knew that there are so many betrayers. There are so many people who will betray. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu knew. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu knows very well there are so many people who are not following him. He knows all those pretenders. But he intentionally kept quiet so that they will be filtered out. And today, a time has come when the idiots will be filtered out. All those who are pretending to be Biafrans, who are not Biafrans, those who are pretending to be fighting with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, but they are not, they will all be fished out, and that time have come. That time have come. Chukwu Okikabiam have started exposing them. Follow people because they are truthful and consistent. Don't follow people because they call the name of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Don't follow people because you see the flag of Biafra behind them. Don't follow people because they give you, say that they are DOS or they are this or that. It doesn't matter the name they give themselves. The only thing that qualifies you to be a follower of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is when you are truthful and consistent. If you are truthful and consistent, you don't need to beg anybody to follow you. You don't need to beg anybody to preach for you. You don't need to beg anybody to follow you or preach for you. Your action, your word will speak for you. Your action and your word will speak for you. And if you think that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu didn't know what is happening today, I am going to play another video of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Direct word from Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You will hear his voice directly. I will play another voice of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu for you to hear directly. He knows what is happening today. He knew that it was going to happen. Share this video to all platforms. Share it to everybody. Let them hear what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu had to say. He knew. And those who are selling out, all those saboteurs, all those betrayers, their days are numbered. And they are going to face something that they cannot be able to handle. Watch and listen.
But there is one thing I want all of us to understand this very evening. We are facing a very formidable array of enemies, both external and within. And we are going to overcome each and every one of these obstacles. That I can assure you. That they may know that the God we worship is an invisible God, not a God that was wrought by the hands of men. For we do not worship idol, and we can never ever worship idol. Is impossible. This very family, this IPOB, belongs to the Most High. Chukwu Okikabiam apuru hearing, and that is how it's going to be until Biafra comes and beyond to eternity. This evening, I want to place it on record that our enemies are intensifying their attack against us from every corner. I am not saying this as lamentation or complaint. I am only trying to prepare our people for what is to come. You are being prepared for what is to come. The time has come to separate the chaff from the wheat itself. Our march is very, very near. The enemies are trembling, they are quaking, they are doing all they can to try to stop us. But they have failed very woefully, and they will continue to fail. But I want to tell you that we are getting attacks from everywhere all over the world. And very soon, they will buy over some of you. They will buy some of you over. The spirit of Opa Biasika and Ifajuna are still in some of you. When the time comes, they will buy you over. I am not doing this program tonight to ask all of you to be strong. I am doing it to remind you, not that if they succeed in buying you over, you're not going to stop what we're doing. You can't. You cannot. Not in a trillion years. But I need you to appreciate one very simple fact. That at the end of this very race, everybody will testify that indeed Chukwukika Abiyama, the same God of Israel, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the same God of Ehiri in Aguleri, the same God of Umweri, the same God of Ora-Eri, the same God of Owe-Eri, the same God of Arochukwu. Not if you know about the true God, one true God. You will know that indeed, not only is he omnipotent, that same God is the owner of this very agitation. No human being can stop it. We have enemies, and we need to be very, very careful, both within and without. Very, very careful. The next 2 weeks will be very pivotal. Next 2 weeks will be very, very important in the life, or should I say, in this very mission that we have embarked upon. The devil will do everything. And you are going to watch spectacularly how we are going to destroy and shame the enemy. That at the end, every glory and adoration will belong to God and not to man. Now let us go and tell you what is happening that some of you do not understand. I want those of you who are hardcore, those who were chosen before you were born. There were some people who were chosen before they were born to agitate for Biafra restoration. This is a message for you. Those who from their mother's womb they were born to do this very work. You must be very, very strong. Because Biafra will open the eyes of black people all over the world. Because Biafra will mean that blacks from America, blacks from the Caribbean, from Southern America, they will all flood into Africa. It will be like the time that Yeshua was born. Biafra is like a light, a beacon. They will follow it. They will say, let us go and see what is happening there. That is what these neo-colonialists do not want. They don't want Biafra to come. I am telling our people so they understand. The mountains, I didn't say one mountain, the mountains in front of us that we need to overcome. And for us to overcome it, we need to be very strong mentally, mental strength. Just like when you're doing anything in life, and it appears as if you are being buffeted from everywhere. That is the time that you no longer rely on willpower or your muscles. You go to your brain to endure and to persevere and to keep going until you overcome. That is the stage we are in right now. To make sure that our brain is in gear to confront everything the Janjaweed has to throw at us. We don't have money. Their budget is over $20 billion to fight us. They can bribe Facebook. They can buy them off. They can do anything they like. They can come to some of you and bribe you off. They can promise you what you've never had before. They can give you maybe a house in Dubai. They can promise you a vehicle. They can tell you, oh, we'll make you vice president. They can promise you anything to make sure that you're like them. But this very IPOB, this very hardcore is not going to move. And I will tell you why we can't move.
You've heard from our Sudamas in Nanikan. I hope you heard them clear. That is our Sudamas in Nanikan. They are given the instruction. He has given the instruction for you who is still being on betrayal. Every betrayal that you are seeing today is not something that you don't have to be surprised. Even our Sudamas in Nanikan knew that so many people will sell out. He knew that so many people will sell out. He knew that people will betray him. He knew that a lot is going to happen. But in everything, put it at the back of your mind, he said it, that we will be victorious. In everything, remember, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, we will be victorious, we overcome. We will overcome. It will be a great shame to those of them who will fall out. It will be a great shame. Our prophet, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he knew every single thing that is happening today, he knew before now. He knew before now, and he warned. For the sake of those people who have sold out, he warned them for their own soul. But after all, you see, there are still betrayals. The Judas is still there. They betrayed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They sold him out. And today, we are fighting for the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Still, some people are still bent on making sure that he's not released. As we are fighting for it, some people are still making sure he's not released. But remember, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it, that at the end, we are going to be victorious. It's not a small fight. We are fighting with a rich opponent. An opponent that is connected. But what do we have? We have Chukwu Okike Abiama and the might of the people. Chukwu Okike Abiama and the strength of the people. That is why at this time we have applied Chukwu Okike Abiama by prayer. We have prayed enough. Today we are applying the strength of the people. When we are calling for civil disobedience, we are calling for the strength of the masses to come out. Strength of the masses, embark on massive civil disobedience. Sit at home on Monday and on Sunday. Sit at home and prepare yourself for the economic sanction against the Janjaweed. That is the way to move the hand of time. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will come out and join us. And as he's coming out, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming with the flag of Biafra. He is coming with the flag of Biafra. No man born of a woman can stop it. It doesn't matter how they try. It doesn't matter the angle they come from. They will try, but they will always fail, as they have always failed. Please share this video for all platforms if you are not shared. Share it in your WhatsApp group. Share it in your platform. Any place you belong, share the video. Spread the gospel. We will be broadcasting from here onwards. Every time on daily basis, we will share views. Everything that happens, I will bring it to your notice. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is preparing to go to court, as you know, on the 16th. As Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is preparing for his court day, prepare yourself. We are supposed to start preparing today. We don't have to wait until the day of court to begin to sit at home. No. You don't wait until the day of court. It is now that you create something that is going to create. Today is that thing that will create that change, that thing that will make them by themselves to call for political solution. It is now that we create it. When you create tension, make southeastern part of Nigeria ungovernable. Make it very hot for those politicians. You make it very hot for the both politicians and those who call themselves elites. It is now you will do those things that will make the court case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu turn out positive for him. Before that day, you will see them running around. They will be the ones to go and discuss with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on the issue and give us our referendum. This is why we are speaking up now. It is time. Do not wait anymore. Don't wait. Don't relent in your effort. Anything you know you can do, begin to do it now. If you are praying, pray more. If you are sitting at home, sit at home more. If you are fighting, fight more. Anything you are doing, anything you know you can do to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, increase it now. This is the time. Anybody that is telling you to calm down or slow it down, that person is a deceiver. Anybody that is telling you to slow down and calm down is a deceiver. And those are the people who doesn't want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be freed. If you want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be freed, you have to join any party that is trying to make that southeastern part of Nigeria very hot for the politicians, for those governors. Economic sanction. Sit at home. Let them continue to discuss the matter of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let that matter of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu be in the mouth of every human being in that zoological republic. Let their media begin to report what is happening in that zoological republic. Let the world begin to ask questions. That is what we are supposed to do. Thank you so much for joining me, for how far you have joined me. Everyone who have joined me from the beginning of this broadcast up to this time, I thank you very much. And I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to bless you. If you have joined me from any part of the world, I say, Chukwu Okike Abiama will continue to bless you. You will see the end of 2022. 2022 will never see your end. If you're in Biafra land, you will walk into Biafra with your food and celebrate in Biafra land. You will never die. Any Biafran, wherever you are in the part of this world, you will see Biafra and you walk into Biafra with your food. If you are an Oduduwa person, you will see Oduduwa and you walk into Oduduwa with your food. Anybody who is genuinely fighting for freedom of their people, you will see that freedom. And the freedom will never, you will never die until you see that freedom. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect every single Biafran wherever they are in any part of the world. Chukwu Okike Abiyama will continue to protect you, keep you safe, and you walk into Biafra alive. Likewise, every other person, anybody living in that country called Nigeria, every indigenous tribe that is genuinely fighting for the freedom of their people, they will be alive and see that freedom and enjoy it. Every genuine broadcaster, no matter the attack that is coming from inside, from outside, every attack that is coming, you will overcome. No weapon formed or fashioned against the Biafran people shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against the Udua people shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against any indigenous tribe in that country will prosper, except the Janjaweed who have sold themselves to the devil, who are fighting against us. As they say, we will not stand. They themselves will never stand. They will never ever stand. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect Sunday Igbo, secure Sunday Igbo, and set him free very soon so that he can come back and join the struggle. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide our Sudan Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, secure our Sudan Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Every weapon they are focusing against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, every attack, spiritual attack against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, every poison against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, will neutralize it in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiyama. Every poison that they have injected into the body of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiyama, that poison will never have effect. The poison will be neutralized. Whatever plan they are making against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will never hold. Because Chukwu Okike Abiyama gave me an assignment, and he has taken over that assignment, and he will accomplish to the end. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming out very soon with the flag of Biafra flying high. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide our Sudan Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, secure him, and bring him back to us. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter the attack they bring against us. They will kill us. We will kill them. At the end of the day, Biafra is here. Thank you so much for joining. Please, if you have not shared this video, share it. Share it, let it go wide. Share it in your WhatsApp group. Share it in your own platform. Share it to family and friends so that they will know what is happening. And it will also encourage them to continue to fight strong. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to come out. No man born of a human being can take his life. He will definitely join us very soon. Thank you so much for watching, and remember this. I will see you again tomorrow by the special grace of Chukwu Okike Abiyama. Thank you. All right, see you tomorrow.